Hello, hello, hello. Here we are. This is another episode of Philo. We are drawing a comic that you are telling us what to draw. And this is where I left off with the comic. And here's Robin. And here's a cat. And I'll even put Robin next to me and replace the cat.
Thanks.
Yeah, he's out, by the way. Like, you can't see him from this side, but he's got like the white under lid and stuff going on. But I'm getting distracted. So, okay, where we left off on Philo, Bluto, he turns into a puma and is given a goofy theme song. So he anamorphs into a puma, and the theme song says, "The puma from La Luna is going to save Yusuna." And the dog slinks away from the puma. And then the puma starts eating the pasta. Philo and Otis try to save the pasta, and they're pulling the puma away. And there is absolute chaos. So I don't know what happens after absolute chaos right now.
Me either.
Yeah. But let's go back to our actual page where we're drawing stuff. Come on. It has to save. So how are you? How is life?
Really good. Well, as good as can be. I'm working so much. So much.
Well, I mean, working equates money, and dinero equates
Freedom.
food and rent.
Freedom.
And freedom. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let me put on my glove.
I finally got my button gear and I managed to get my driver's license.
Good for you.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've had it all along. It's just that I forgot to renew it because I lived in a foreign country that I didn't require my Canadian license in China.
Yeah, and then once you don't renew it, then they're like, well, why didn't you renew your license? And then, you have to take the test and stuff again.
No, it's different in Ontario. It's a 3-year process. They set
Get
it
your
up.
license back?
Yeah. They set it up for teenagers, right? But then now they're making other people do it too. So it's like you get your learners. So you write the written test, right? And then you have to do a year of driving, and then you do a physical test, and you get your secondary license or whatever.
Wow. It's like you're 15 again.
Yeah, and then you have to do another year of driving. And then they test you on highways and stuff. So it takes 3 years for you to get your full license. And I've done the final second test, and now all I have to do is the highway. But I've been driving since I was 16. This is not a problem for me.
Yeah. No, it's just, they want to make sure that you actually know how to drive, which is good. Canada seems to want to have safe roads, and okay. Back to the comic. What happens next?
I have no idea. I'm running out of ideas.
You're running out of ideas? Let's see. So
Give me
it was
time.
absolute
Give me some
chaos.
minutes to smoke.
Let's see.
Action. Do you have me? Do you have me?
That? Yeah, I have you.
Okay, good. It said my connection was lost.
Oh no, I still have you.
Good. Okay, so what I was saying is
still going. Okay.
We have to think about motivations, because it's what does Bluto want? What does Philo want? What does Otis want? We know the dog wants the pasta, but he's out of the picture because the puma ate the pasta. So what do they want?
Well, okay. Let's discuss this. Bluto came home, and when he realized that he could get many Philos, he wanted to chop up Philo to get many Philos to serve him. And
so, Bluto is still the narcissistic asshole that he was.
But he's a puma
Popeye.
now. But he's a
still the narcissistic asshole that he was in Popeye. Is what I'm getting at.
So
then anything the puma does is going to have that motivation.
That motivation of trying to tear up Philo.
Yeah, just fuck shit up. I don't think he's going to try to cut him up physically because he's a puma now. But I think he's gonna revel in his Puma-ness.
So we just
maybe he'll tear up the fridge. But in the middle of this chaos, we've got to figure out, does Philo and Otis actually restrain the Puma?
So again, where we left off, they kind of like pull him back, and then it's absolute chaos. That's where we left off.
Well, then I think at this point we have to introduce a new character then.
You think we're at that point where we have to introduce a new character?
Well, something's got to give. Like, they got to stop this somehow, and who's going to do it? The Puma's not. He's enjoying it, I'm sure. Otis and Philo tried to, and it didn't work out. So, like, what? Is somebody going to show up with a shotgun and kill a Puma? Like, something's got to give.
No. I figured it out.
They become a single entity?
They become a single entity.
Shape of
they become
Otis,
a single
Philo.
entity. That's what we're gonna do. So, okay, so
now with the pronouns they them.
I sure.
Because who knows what they are?
You know,
you're a Puma, Bluto, Otis, Philo. Good thing the dog left to go into the other room.
Let's see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have.
I feel like you should turn this into like they're like a godlike creature like Krishna, or
that's kind of
the elephant one with all the arms or whatever.
That's Ganesh.
Ganesh, thank you.
And Ganesh is a patron saint of artists, and you know, like I'd say patron saint, but you know, he's a god of artists and creative people, and you know, he's cool. He's good. You know, he's a muse for creative folk.
That's cool. And then there's Callie. That's the one with all the arms, right?
Kali, yeah. She is a bringer of death.
Destruction. Bringer of death.
Yeah, she's a bringer of death. If you're ever in San Francisco, there is an Asian art museum that has some fantastic art. And some of it includes, you know, Kali and Ganesh and stuff like that. I did a really a piece I'm really proud of. Let's see, I shall use cat cam to show it because I don't think my cat will mind.
Yeah.
And I had just happened to have
beans.
Well, I just happen to have my sketchbook here. Here, I think this is it.
You've awoken the beast.
I have awoken the beast, yes. But
oh, very nice. I like the colors.
Yeah, I did it with highlighter. And when I did it, I originally did it in crosshatch. And then I showed my friend Chuck. And Chuck's like, oh, that looks, you know, really nice. And then I colored it in. And he's like, oh, you ruined it.
Well, some people are black and white purists.
Yeah. Let me replace Cat with the panel again. But yeah, that was Ganesh that I did there. So okay, so we got a Puma here.
So something really weird happened to me today.
Oh, what was that?
I woke up at 1 a.m. and our friend James had posted an old review of mine from the Comics Journal.
I saw that. Yeah, I read that.
I was like, what the? That's crazy. I'm like, were you like, did you go looking for it or did you stumble on it?
No, he's been going back through archives to find stuff for his Barry Windsor Smith page. And gosh, he has like a bullpen page that he also manages.
That just started,
And so he's going back through old stuff to find interviews and things in order to you know, have content for these pages. And I think he just happened to recognize your name, stumble upon it. And you know, he seems like he's that kind of
yeah, he definitely is that kind of guy. But it was just it was weird for me. I was like, whoa, flashback.
Let's see. I'm trying to like get the cat in frame, but he like refuses. He's right at the base
He's got beautiful coloring, the stripes and the gray there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
white.
This is Archimedes. He's my fatty boombalatti. And so let's actually draw something. And then
so now that they're one being, does Philo mind control them all?
I don't know yet. We're still there, and if somebody jumps in and tells us what to do, it's interesting because it's like the story's the best when you have interaction.
Yeah. I can't come up with all the ideas.
I know I can't come up with them either. That's kind of why it's like I've been doing the show. When we did it in Minneapolis, we had a regular set of people that had the 5-second delay down perfect. Mm-hmm. And they would call in and they dictated the story. And then occasionally we'd have like kids and stuff. Like I said, I have a bunch of old episodes up on my website, but I have even more that I need to upload to YouTube. It's just that every time I upload it, I get a copyright strike for the music because it's public domain music that the station had access to. And even though it's public domain, like, there's algorithms that are like, it sounds like this song. So we're going to prevent you from doing it, Yeah.
So annoying.
So yeah, I think that's a good start for a panel. Let's draw the dog first. Yeah,
do you want to see my purse?
Sure. What's your purse?
My friend Rebecca got it for me ages ago. First of all, it's a romance comic purse.
Is it?
Yes.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Secondly, it's like the guy's on crack or something because he says, "Remember, honey, the last time we were here, I told you I love you." And she's like, but I've never been here before. I mean, obviously he brought someone else, but that's a giant faux pas. Like, how stoned are you to make a mistake like that?
Anyway.
It's a great
it
purse.
depends.
I love it. It's a DC comic, but they don't have issue number 62 featuring Second Love.
Was that one drawn by Trina Robbins?
Oh God, no! She didn't draw any romance comics for DC.
She drew some romance comics.
Not for DC.
Yes, she did.
Prove it.
Because she did Aquaman, and they pulled her from the romance department. Yeah, Renegade Romance number 12.
That's not a DC comic.
Is it? It's
No.
not?
No.
Oh, it's Renegade.
Exactly.
I
know my Trina Robbins. That woman is like the most, she promotes herself to the nth degree. If she ever did any romance comics for DC, they would be in every single book she published about herself. And they're not, so.
Hi, Fetus Arm. Boo! How are you? So, this is a write-in, tell us what to draw show, one panel at a time. And so the first panel is, all of these characters from previous weeks have become a single god being. And so, you get to tell us what to, draw for the next panel. And so that's my prize to the world, is that I will draw what you ask me to.
Draw, monkey, draw.
Let's see, we're gonna have the puma, and he's got, his eyes. You wouldn't want to mess with this god? Yeah, he is kind of like a demigod being. I don't know if he's a full god. Maybe he doesn't realize his godhood.
Well, because he's a conglomerate of 4 characters,
Yes.
he has all the elements of their personalities. So he'll have like Philo's kindness, he'll have Otis's spaciness, he'll have Puma's craftiness and cruelty, but he'll have the dog's slyness and compassion. You know what I mean? Like, it would be kind of messed up. But isn't that what most gods are? They're so multifaceted. They're not like one thing, right?
I suppose whenever Jupiter,
that's pretty funny.
Zeus wanted to get with a chick, he always like became a bull or something, or a swan.
Oh, what was it? Yeah. So I learned about that recently because when I was working at the currency exchange, right, I'd always get bored and I would start researching the money from other countries. And so
his only weakness, a meat grinder that'll turn them into a hot dog.
Be afraid.
Be very afraid. But yes, I cut you off.
No, I was just saying, like, if you get a euro, if you hold the paper bill up to the light, you can see a woman in the white space. Mm-hmm. And that's Europa, who is the woman that Zeus disguised himself as a bull so he could hump.
Yep.
And that's who Europe is named after.
Is Europa.
I want to know why he felt like he had to disguise himself as animals to get with these chicks. Like,
you have to go back to the original stories.
A god amongst men would be enough.
Well, no, you have to go back to the original stories, and it does have justifications. Like, the reason why he became the bull. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. Wow, that's a wholesome story about a Greek god. Oh, the Greek pantheon is not very wholesome. I mean, Narcissus, for example, where we get the term narcissism, fell in love with his own reflection, and then in basically water, and then tried to kiss himself and drowned. So
wasn't he like Aphrodite's son? Or Venus' son? Whichever one we're using.
I got a bunch of books in there, and I just need to actually, take the time.
Here, I can Google it while we're talking.
Yeah, I should.
Narcissus,
I should do this. Okay.
Rich Greek.
Let's do this. Let's add a panel or a frame, and then I guess we'll have Otis be in the background here.
Okay, so he's Greek.
Okay.
His parents are Sisyphus.
Okay.
Endymion, so I guess the Muses?
And
his symbol is the daffodil.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see, there he goes. And then we'll do this.
Right. So in some versions, he's the son of the river god Sisyphus and the nymph Larope, while Nonnus instead has him as the son of the lunar goddess Selene and the mortal lover Endymion. Yeah.
Let's see. Odysseus.
It's so confusing because there's like the Greek and there's the Roman, right?
Odysseus, the reason why he went on the Odyssey was because after Troy, right? And they're all like, woo, we got loot, we're gonna head back to Greece, right? He did not thank Poseidon. And Poseidon went, fuck this guy. That's the whole reason, is because he didn't go, thank you, Poseidon, and may we have a safe voyage at your, bequest or whatever.
Thanks for coming out, man. You did great.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. Yeah. But instead, no, he was too proud, and Poseidon went, I'll show you a journey.
One thing though that I didn't know, but I kind of knew, is the thing that makes Narcissus famous, is that he's the one that Echo fell in love with. So he has like that whole love story, right?
Yeah. Let's see.
Fuck this guy.
Man, fuck this guy. You ruined my entire day. Thanks a lot. You're so sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to ruin your day.
Hey, they're just stories, man. They're just stories. So what if a whole bunch of people believe them to be real?
At one point, yeah. Okay, so they become a single one being. Okay, we're gonna duplicate the layer because I realized I did this wrong.
I feel like you should do a smidge of color in this one. Just like the tiniest bit of color.
See, didn't one of his men turn into a pig or something? Several of his men turned into pigs, actually. Gosh, what was her name? That turned his men into animals.
Who turned Zeus's men into animals?
Yeah. Or not Zeus, no, Odysseus's men. Okay, so, all right, so they become a single god being. Fetus arm, what happens next?
Cirque.
What happens next?
Cirque. It's Cirque. Circe. Cirque. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. Circes?
Oh,
I always thought it was Cirque, but I mispronounced a lot of stuff.
Let's see. This is
Secretly about hot dogs. You're so right. It's all about hot dogs.
Everything's about hot dogs. Always about hot dogs.
So, fetus arm, how do you eat your hot dogs? Do you know that in French Canada, that if you go into a hot dog shop, they yell at you? They yell, "Steamy or toasty?" And you have to decide right there if you want a steamed bun or a toasted bun.
Always toasted.
Yeah, I always got toasted. It's like when they do the grilled cheese. That's how they do the toast, you know, like where it's all like buttery and toasty on the grill. It's awesome.
Okay, so let's do this, and then let's see what happens next.
My hot dog's toasted. I like ketchup and mustard and onions and toasty buns. Toasty buns.
All right. Let's do that, and then we will put this down here. What happens next?
Robin's gonna eat some cinnamon bites.
Your cinnamon bites?
Yeah, that's what happens next.
You eat your hot dogs toasted. Let's see. So this proves that most Greek stories were secretly about hot dogs. Could be. Let's see. Let me do this, then that way we're like a little larger on screen.
Okay, so what if like Godzilla shows up and is like, "Oh, sorry, wrong house."
Like, just it's too much for Godzilla. What shall happen next? Yeah.
No, but like they become this super monstrous whatever, hero or villain, whatever they are. They're just super big.
You're talking about kaiju.
Obviously they have to go against something else super big. But a lot of times my humor leans towards the absurd. So I just thought it'd be really funny
if
Godzilla just,
like, ran a hot dog shop?
Fight him, and then was just like, "Whoa, sorry, wrong house."
See, they become a kaiju.
Perfect.
I want to make sure that's how you spell kaiju. I'm pretty sure.
What if Godzilla ran a hot dog stand? Says fetus arm.
Yes. That is how you spell kaiju. Yes. He could run a hot dog stand, but we have to get there because right now we just have him as a god being, so he should blow up the house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like
the Puma probably destroyed the place anyways.
Yeah, I'm thinking let's go back to my sketch layer. The kaiju would be called Centigod. Let's see. Okay. So we would have the building.
So why don't you put that? They become the kaiju, Centigod.
Okay.
Thanks, fetus arm. We love the suggestion.
Yay! The kaiju.
Seriously, I love it when there's collaboration. It
Yes.
makes things interesting. People bouncing ideas off of each other.
Let's see, and then we're gonna go back to my sketch layer and bam. All right, so I imagine like the first 3 stories of this building are fine, and then it's just gonna like explode from there. You know.
Hey, Fetus Arm, is your icon, is that a Dark Crystal character? Just curious.
Let's see, so yeah, we would have like the building like this, and then I imagine like he would be pouring out, right? Because he's like a centipede now. And so there's 2 heads, and then the puma head.
Earthworm. Oh my god. I can't tell my eyes. I love earthworms. Earthworms are really cool.
Let's see. Yeah, just 4 heads. Okay. And then puma head, and then dog head. And dog head would be like this. I imagine there's like all the legs down here.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Why not? You know?
No, I'm not saying no. I'm saying that's crazy.
Yeah, well,
that's crazy creative.
That's the way that the show works, is sometimes you end up drawing centipede gods.
No, I think this is great. It's like going nowhere I expected, and I love it.
Yeah, I never know what I'm gonna draw each night, and so this is fun.
The only thing I'm sad about is we don't get to see your Bluto, because you drew the shit out of that. That was awesome.
Well, he could always turn back. Let's see.
I have never thought about that.
No, it's an MSN earthworm from a commercial. Unrelated, which kaiju monster would be the tastiest to cook? Ooh. Would it
be Godzilla? He's such a huge mass.
Gamera. Gamera's a giant turtle. You know, you can make soup for everybody.
Yeah, but is it a lot of meat? That's what I'm thinking. Like Godzilla would have more meat.
Lots of meat in turtle. Yeah, you know, the whole shell is full of meat.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the only other benefit, is just you've got a giant bowl.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, I guess, you know, you could do it in a damned area.
Unless Gamora is more docile than Godzilla, then that would also be a benefit in the killing to eat him.
I think the least tastiest of the kaiju would be Mothra.
Well, there's not a lot to eat. It's all wing, right? And then the silly body.
Not just that, but it's a bug.
Smog monster. How would you eat a smog monster? How?
With Chianti and fava beans.
You know, the one that I know, I don't watch any of those movies at all. Godzilla, all that stuff. I only know it kind of like peripherally from watching like MSD 3000 or Sophie Campbell's really into it, so she'll talk about it on her Twitter. But the one that I kind of know a little bit about is King Ghidorah, because what's his name? MF Doom created like a rap duo where him and this other guy did all these songs where they had all these samples from Godzilla movies and stuff, but they were like they were called King Ghidorah. So it was pretty cool. Are we talking about Godzilla? Yes.
Oh, hi, Aston Martin. Yes, we are talking about Godzilla movies. I don't know.
It tastes like watered down mashed potatoes.
Let's see, probably
giant chicken.
That's
the safe answer.
Yeah.
Giant chicken. How do you even know how to pronounce that? Gigan? Gigan?
Okay. So
I don't know how to pronounce that.
We're gonna have
again. Thank you, Aston Alexander Martin.
Yes.
Again.
Yes. We are we are Instagram buddies, Aston Martin and I, and so always sharing artwork and stuff with me, which I appreciate.
Yeah. Another brain to tap for the story.
Yeah, and so what we're doing tonight is like a jam comic, and you guys tell me what to draw from panel to panel. And so right now he's turning into a giant scent of God kaiju, because that's what's going on. Let's see.
So he's escaping his apartment, obviously.
Well,
gotta go somewhere. Where's he gonna go?
I imagine that, it'd be like a Kafka situation where you just kind of have to like assess your situation and go, okay, what do I do now?
I don't know. I think Philo's in control of all of it. And
you think he's the major brain?
Yeah. Bear, cat, dog reboot. Well, there is a puma and there is a dog. So
hey, Nickelodeon called. They want the Scent of God character for a really bad cat dog reboot. He's outside a gas station. Let's see. Let's do the puma with his hat, so that you know that he is Bluto Puma. What the hell am I drawing?
These are crazy teeth, I think.
I just have fun doing this.
The dog looks good.
Yeah, let's do that. And then again, they all have like glowy eyes because they're like a god creature. He's outside the gas station, the best thing to ever exist. Yes, it is pretty glorious.
I think that Philo wants to find a TV station to spread his message of love, now that they're all demigods.
Well, I mean, would that be his message, or would he be more like a god of death, like Kali?
I don't know. It's not for me to decide.
Because the thing is if
there's
they are
a
single creature.
Oh, there are 2 people here now.
Okay, if they are a single creature, and then let me draw their legs here. If they're a single creature, then like I imagine that every decision would be by committee, right? So
they have Pluto legs.
Well, they're gonna have everybody legs.
Okay.
And so so this is
I never watched, because I don't watch scary movies, but I did want to watch that one because multiple personalities or dissociative disorder, whatever they want to call it. It's very interesting.
Like the movie Split. I haven't seen Split yet. I know it's a sequel to Unbreakable, which is actually a movie I really enjoyed.
Yeah. Unbreakable was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was really good.
Okay, and so we have to do like a dog paw.
Oh, short meeting. That sounds tedious.
Okay.
There's no way they have they try to have this democracy about what they're gonna do. Come on.
No, I don't think it would be democratic so much as like everybody's kind of pulling on the wheel at once. It's kind of like a Ouija board, right? Like, who's in charge of the Ouija board when you have everybody touching the thing and they're not, and they're all kind of controlling it all at once? So, I don't know. That's
you think they're going to stay like this forever?
I don't know. Let's see. We still have to have them glowing. Poly autocracy. Glass is the best one, but you have to see Split to watch Glass. Yeah. I haven't seen Glass yet either. Again, I really liked Unbreakable. When it came out, it did a lot of things that hadn't been done before. It predated a lot of superhero movies, and it took a realistic approach to it. Like the whole scene where the kid's holding the gun to his dad, right? Because the audience doesn't know at that point if he really is like superhuman or not. So is the son who thinks he's superhuman going to kill his dad? Like it's a very tense scene, and Shyamalan is actually really good at pacing. It's just I don't feel like he's a very strong writer. And you know, it with Unbreakable, he had written the trilogy for one movie, and it was just too much, and his producers made him trim it down, and I think that was to the benefit of the final story, right? To split it into a trilogy rather than try and do all that in one movie. Let's see. Let's just do the impressions of buildings back here. I don't need to draw buildings. I don't need to make this harder on myself. Okay, yeah, we'll just do this. You know, they have like super modern tops, and then there's like air conditioners. There, it's like totally a building now.
Maybe now that they've reached this godhood, maybe Philo now can like use some kind of superpower to communicate with his people elsewhere in the universe.
So I am going to, let's see, is it in this one? No, that's water, that's grass ground. Oh, no. Okay, where is it? It's in my man-made stuff. Where's my man-made stuff? Where'd it go? I hate that. I had a whole tool set, and there it is. That's what I wanted. Okay. Look. I got a rubble brush.
What's a rubble brush?
It makes rubble.
Oh. How chaotic.
I know, it's like
concrete everywhere.
Yeah. So it's like, you know,
rubble.
rubble. Yeah. So I guess we can
I talk about some of the comics I got today?
Yes. Barney with the rubble brush, but
yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Rubble. Exactly.
Rubble.
You speak of my language, Aston Alexander Martin.
Okay, so we're gonna do
what sounds impossible.
Let's see. So as a single entity, you're saying Philo's in charge. You're not saying that like they're affected by the conglomerate.
Oh, why did you put Otis at the top?
Because Otis was at the top in the last panel.
Oh, I wanted Philo to be at the top because he was the brains of the operation. He's the main character.
Well, wait a second. Did I put Otis at the top? Yeah, I put Otis at the top. I'm being consistent from panel to panel.
Because something is Otis is like a homunculus man. I don't think he's got like a lot of brains.
Well,
the brains don't always run things. Well, clearly, if Otis is going to be in charge.
Let's see. There's a person named Consistent on panel to panel.
Hey, we're trying here, man. We're trying.
I don't think there's a person named Consistent on panel to panel. If it would be me. And I am inconsistent. Okay, panel 2. Got it. We got the panel 2. They become a centigod. So then what happens? We will. Did I do that? Oh no. Yeah. Okay. So then what happens?
So they all want the same thing?
You think they all want the same thing? I don't go. What do they want? This is where I left off. Let's see. Well, who's consistent from panel to panel? All of them are consistent. Exactly. But okay, so they are this sent to God. Maybe they like look down at themselves and realize the horror that they've become. Does Godzilla show up? What happens?
Yeah, that's my input. Godzilla shows up. We already got Bluto.
He destroys specifically the government-funded buildings. I love it. I love it. That is, that's getting shown up on the screen. That's so beautiful. With the little happy face and everything. Oh, yeah. So I am going to copy your comment directly. What if they shop at the giant top hat factory? I imagine they would be destroying, like government-funded buildings on the way. Let's see, and I'll say they because they're a they now. I imagine that they're a they now. And then let's do this.
Well, I mean, they're interspecies, so you gotta make some concessions at some point.
And we'll do this. Clean that up. For print. Okay. And let's see. What if they shop at the giant top hat factory? They. I don't like the term hive mind now. I like polyautocratic. Well, I mean, I say that they're they because there's 4 brains. Like they, yeah, they're multiple people. Like, you know, it. Okay, is the Horde a they?
What's the building that they're destroying?
From Split? Well, specifically, the government-funded buildings.
Specifically, which government-funded buildings? I'm just saying it gives you a start.
Well, obviously, the IRS is going to get smashed.
All right.
Okay, and then, yeah, we'll do that, and then, I imagine a police station. All right, and we'll do that. We'll have the, little like lights up here, and that one's gonna get trashed. The cat has joined the conversation. Yes, yes, this is Archimedes. He's my cat. Yeah, always feels like somebody's watching me. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and then I think back here. See what's kind of an evil building? I don't know. Oh, NORAD. They probably do some messed up stuff at NORAD, right? And NORAD's in a mountain. I know that. Somewhere here. Yes. Arch glitch and arch glitch. Yes. Yes, Archimedes. Okay. NORAD tracks Santa Claus because back in the 1950s, there was a misprint for a telephone number for a TV station where you would call in and they would tell you where Santa Claus was. And that number pointed to the real NORAD. And so but NORAD's in a mountain. It's like super secret underground base. Like there's some stuff in that mountain. That's my whole thing with NORAD. Okay, so we're gonna have like him over here with his 4 heads and his legs. and his arms, and then we're gonna have like all these are gonna be messed up.
I think you should have Godzilla in right at the front, looking at the Senti god.
NORAD has a Stargate. It would not surprise me if NORAD had a Stargate. Like if suddenly.
Would it surprise you if NORAD had MacGyver on their employee?
Have you seen Richard Dean Anderson lately? He's showing his age.
He was in his 20s and the 80s. Come on, man, cut him some slack.
Well,
age.
And the 90s and the 2000s, because he did Stargate too, don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I didn't forget. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
People get old.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that, it's, if you haven't seen him in a while. Let's see.
Crossing his arms like a disappointed mother.
That's Toho has been awfully quiet since this dropped. You should add Godzilla crossed his arms like a disappointed mother. Yeah, I think that should be the next panel. So what I'll do is I will copy that and I'll put that up here.
Hey, so one of the new comics I got was about Leonard Cohen.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
Well, it's just a story about his life. It's done by a French-Canadian cartoonist.
Of course.
I don't know how much is real, though, because at one point he's boning Joni Mitchell, and I don't remember that ever happening.
I don't know. It's Leonard Cohen kind of got around, too, so...
Oh, for sure. Yeah. He catfished Janis Joplin, man.
Yeah. He, I don't know. He was an interesting fellow. I like his songs. His songs are very sad.
Well, I didn't really listen to his music very much, but growing up in high school, I read a lot of his poetry.
Yeah.
He was the first poet that I bothered to memorize. And he has a book of poems that's like a huge collection of most of his work, and I got that for Christmas when I was like 15. It's a really big deal. He was the first person to make me realize that some guys like girls with chubby thighs, which was a major ego boost for me. So I'm always grateful to Mr. Leonard Cohen. I lived in Montreal for 8 years, and I never saw him, and I always hoped that I would, but...
you can't control stuff like that.
No, but he was like a famous Montreal icon. And then, when he passed away, they honored him during Hockey Night in Canada. And I was agog because it was like, I don't think they've ever done that for any Canadian poet or singer, like honor them during a hockey game.
I'm sure that when Rush passes, there will be some honoring at hockey games.
Yes.
But
this is prior to that, so I was surprised.
Yeah, I just think that with Leonard Cohen, he did speak from a place of experience and truth, and it wasn't always pretty. It oftentimes was ugly, and it was always honest. And I think that that's kind of the best of Canada right there. So I could totally see him being honored.
Yeah. This artist is a French-Canadian artist called Philippe Girard. And
the first poem I read, really read and reread was I Shall Paint My Nails Red by Carol Satin-Murty. The first poet I really read was Khalil Gibran. And I have to admit, Shel Silverstein, created a love of poetry for me rather early. And then there was always occasional poems in Bill Watterson's Calvin and Hobbes. Yeah. And I always liked his poetry in that.
I really, Shel Silverstein is a big one in my life as well. He was.
His stuff for we got some action on Cat Cam. We got another cat. What's gonna happen here?
Waves of fur. Look at the waves of fur.
Is he gonna kick him out? He's licking him. Oh, Archimedes is acting like, no, I am here. I am happy. And now they're biting each other.
Smash! That was a smash.
Yeah.
Now they're fighting. Oh, he got him off. Nice. He pushed him away.
Oh! Now I have a Columbo cat over my. You can kind of see his tail sticking out there.
Yeah. You gotta give them attention. If you don't, they'll just harass you.
Yeah.
I like books based on life experience. Same with comic books. I like a lot of comics. And I have a lot of autobiographical books too. If it's like, I like to read about people in fashion and actresses. And
I love.
too. Like Hart had a really good autobiography that came out a while ago that I quite enjoyed recently.
I like really good manga, like Akira. You know, anything by Katsuhiro Otomo, really. And then like Blade of the Immortal.
Yeah,
is amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, I have almost all of them in the nice volumes. You know, in the gray ones that Dark Horse has been putting out. Yeah. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Let's see. I love. I watched.
It's funny that you're talking about manga. I was trying to get this
collections of interviews
into Battle Royale today.
Berserk is such a good manga. Yeah, Berserk is beautifully drawn. Are you not a manga fan, Robin?
Oh no, I read a lot of manga, but I'm very picky, very very picky.
I'm picky too. That's why it's the rare one that grabs me. I'm not going to read it just because it's a manga. It has to be like recommended to me, or I have to like look at it, and the art has to be really good. There's a shoujin manga that I'm reading right now that's really good.
There's four that I really love. Number 1 is Battle Royale. Number 2 is Nana.
Yeah.
Number 3 is GTO. And number 4 is, I just had it in my head and I've lost it. Oh, it's number 4. Oh, anything by Takahiko Inoue. He did this amazing series called Real, which is about a guy who is playing paraplegic basketball.
Yeah.
He also is quite famous for doing Vagabond.
Nice.
Hey, Earth Space, good to see you.
Oh, hi, Earth Space. Yes, hello, Chuck. Let's see. A friend got me into the Berserk the show. Then I read some of the manga. I grew up on the Dreamcast Berserk game. Hello, sorry I'm late. I'm here with Tina. Hi, Tina and Chris. Hi, Chris. Berserk is the reason I listened to Susuma Hirasawa. There's a Japanese musician I really like by the name of Chabo. And I got into his stuff because of the anime Lane, Serial Experiment Lane.
Oh, yeah. I loved Lane back when it came out. Oh, my God. I was obsessed. I should say, I have a wall scroll. Jesus Christ, it's in my room right now. Give me a second and I'll get it.
Lane. Yeah.
I was obsessed when that came out.
Well, I mean, it was interesting because, it predicted a lot of things of The Wire. Bacon sounds yummy. Tina and Chris say hi too. Hi, Tina and Chris. You haven't seen Lane? Yeah, Lain. Lane, and so it's
Serial Experiments. You got to give them the whole sentence.
Yeah, Serial Experiment Lane. And so what it was is starts out like any other regular anime. It's girl at school. You can see there she is. It's a girl at school and she feels kind of out of place, and so she goes home and she's like connects to the Wire, which is like the internet. And you find out throughout the course of the story, spoiler warning, that she is a program created by the internet to learn about humanity. And it's wild. It's crazy.
But you know what's cool about it? The reason why I liked it is because the style of art is not like customary to a lot of manga. The shading and the shadows.
Yeah.
It's very different from anime when you're watching the cartoon.
Yeah.
The anime, as it were.
Yeah, the animation that they did for it was really revolutionary for its day. Let's see. I couldn't find you on Facebook. Are you only doing Twitch or am I just vacant? No, I'm on Facebook. I should be streaming to Facebook. Leave me alone, Flash. Akira. And whoa, I've been meaning to watch Pantheon. They should make Total Recall an anime.
I'm sure they made it into a manga, I bet.
What, Total Recall?
Yeah. And can I just say something quickly? I made a Total Recall joke at work, and I've had to explain it a couple times, but I can make it here, and hopefully people will get it. Okay. I work at a butcher shop now, and so people always are asking me for, like, chicken breasts.
Yeah.
And in my head, whenever they ask for 3 chicken breasts, I'm like, it's a Total Recall special. Get it? The lady with the 3 boobs?
Yes, I get it. Anyway.
In
fact, John Chambers made those 3 boobs for the movie, and in his bathroom of his home, when you shut the door, there was a picture of her from the set with the 3 boobs, you know, like there with John and somebody else from the movie. I don't remember who. It wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think it was the director. Yeah. Let's see. And so, let's see. They should open your mind. Yes. The main thing everyone remembers about that movie is the lady with the 3 boobs, as they should. Because
I remember they were on Mars and it was really dusty and sandy and hard to breathe.
Well, and then the mutant with the arm, you know, and he's like, "Sorry, man, I got 6 kids to feed," and it's like, "No, I thought you had 5," and he's like, "Oh, you caught me," because he doesn't have any kids to feed. He's just, gonna turn him in. Yeah.
I don't really remember much of that story because I haven't seen it in about 20 years, probably.
Oh, Ian and I watched it the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, and so let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna do
Sam Fisher is I don't know who Sam Fisher is.
He's an actor.
I'm Robin Fisher, and I don't even know who Sam Fisher is.
Okay, look, I'm doing more debris. Okay, and then we are gonna do this. Deleted.
Who is Sam Fisher? Actor Michael Ironside?
Yeah.
Sam Fisher plays Australian football? Oh, it's all about Splinter Cell, but should I go Sam Fisher Total Recall?
Let's see. The main thing everyone remembers about the movie is the lady with the 3 boobs. I actually think it's Arnold's best performance, the X-ray scene, and the fact Sam Fisher is the bad guy. That's his name for the Splinter Cell character. I forgot his real name, Michael Ironside. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's the actor, Michael Ironside. Okay, cool.
Detail, the chick with the 3 boobs.
Yeah.
That's Vasquez from Aliens.
Oh, Ian says that the chick with the 3 boobs is the actress that played Vasquez from Aliens.
That makes sense.
She also...
Yes, she's also in Terminator 2 as the stepmom.
Oh my goodness, she's in all those boy movies.
Yes, that's his name from the Splinter Cell character. The 3 boobs versus the 3 seashells. So what I'm thinking with the 3 seashells is that 2 of them are for clamping like a hamburger, and then 1 of them is for scraping.
I don't feel like I should respond to that.
Well, I mean, if they're trying to be green, I guess, in the future.
Yeah. Recycle, reuse, right?
Yeah, but I suppose everybody's using the same. So it would be like in Roman times when everyone just shared the sponge on a stick.
Ew. I was gonna eat.
Pass me the sponge. I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun.
I can't wait to see you draw Godzilla.
Yeah, that's gonna be the next one. In fact, I'll do this because we're still on this They destroy specifically the government-funded buildings. And I'm drawing legs up here.
There's one more comic I got. It's by a Canadian cartoonist.
What's that?
His name's Michael DeForge. He became famous for doing comics about ants. This is his comic now. It's called Birds of Maine.
One is for scooping, one is for spreading thin, and one is for polishing.
Check it out. This is how he draws birds.
Here.
Well, how can we make it?
No, I can make it bigger.
There we go. Look, birds.
Okay, yeah.
He
They're
draws
like-
really interesting. Like, he has a comic series called Loose that I absolutely love. It's all like mini stories. These ones are like 6-panel comic strips.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where they were published. I should probably read. It probably says in Drawn and Quarterly.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh wow, cool. It says Aston Martin. Oh, Mastophobia. I didn't see you. The main thing everyone remembers about the movie is the lady with the 3 boobs. Yes. And then Pantheon. Yeah. So let's see. Where are we? He does this. Let's create a folder for panel 3. We already have panel 4
Can I read
written.
one of these comics to you? Because it's kind of bizarre. But I like them. Here, blow it up again.
Here, give me a second. I'm doing that. Bam!
Here. See, these are his birds. And so the little red bird says, "Dad, what's below us?" And the dad says, "Below the trees? Grubs, water, grass." "What's below that, Dad?" "Worms, bird bones." "And what's above us, Dad?" "Clouds, glass." "What would happen if I flew as far and as fast as I could past the clouds to shatter the glass?" "Oh, you could get sucked into space, probably taking a number of nearby birds with you. A portion of the moon's atmosphere would get sucked out as well." "And what would happen if I flew as far and fast into the soil instead?" "You would die, grubs would eat you, then we would eat you. Why do you ask?" "Just weighing my options, Dad."
Okay.
It's absurd, but I like it. It's interesting and weird. It's so weird. Look at these little owls.
Here, let me show the owls.
Where are we here? Good.
Huh. You can do anything with comics.
Yeah, I love comics for that.
Let's see. Okay, we gotta do like the legs. And he's just gonna be like doing this. I don't even know what this is. He's just hanging out, being kind of destructive, I guess. And
These look like Dr. Seuss. It's like a whole different world. I totally love it.
huh. Yeah, it's a very interesting style.
Anyways, Michael DeForge is from Toronto.
Yeah.
This book is giant. Look how big it is. It's huge.
Huh. Well, I mean, when you're doing decompressed storytelling, like you tend to go a little long with it. And I'm speaking from experience when I say that. I'm very decompressed in my storytelling.
Oh, you know what else I learned? I learned that Maurice Vellacoupe has a memoir coming out, and that blew my mind. I don't know if you know who Maurice Vellacoupe is. You probably have to Google him. He's a Canadian cartoonist who he did a lot of work in fashion, but his style is really good. He's a really good artist. And again, he's from Toronto, but he doesn't do a lot of work. So I'm excited to see this memoir.
Let's see.
It's like everyone from Toronto, pretty much. No, You got to support your local cartoonists, but a lot of these people haven't done stuff that I've seen in a long time. I've got a lot of American stuff. Like the last week, I was talking about like a bunch of Catwoman comics, and I got the Sammy Harcum. Sammy Harcum is like a New York cartoonist, but I haven't looked at it yet. Oh, and I don't know if I told you this last time, because when I went to the used bookstore, I discovered this artist from the 20s.
I love fashion croquis. Every time I find a fashion drawing print, I take a picture of it to remember. Yeah.
So it's called Divinely Elegant, and it's the world of Ernest Dryden.
Here, let me put you in the big window.
And there he is there. Dashing dude. And let me show you some of his work. He's done covers for Harper's Bazaar magazine.
Nice.
His work is like really elegant, definitely super elegant. Like
my favorite New Yorker artist right now is Shannon Wheeler. But
Shannon Wheeler's awesome. I've interviewed him.
Yeah, I fell in love with his stuff with postage stamp.
Look at how gorgeous that is. It's gorgeous.
Wow, that's clean. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Ernest Dryden.
Yeah, let's see.
There's a lot of photos in here. Oh, here's some nice ads. So he does a lot with very little, which is kind of nice, actually. Amber, look for a second.
Ooh. Yeah. It reminds me of the oh gosh, what's his name? The Art Nouveau artist.
Oh, there's many of them.
Because I mean, this guy would be in the same vein.
Yeah.
Because they're
looks
of the
like
same
he started in the 1910s. And then, of course, went on to the 20s and 30s. Oh, look at these. That's awesome. Look at the drawings. The dresses.
Oh,
I love it.
Yeah, back when you had to illustrate everything for the magazine.
Ooh,
now they just
look, he did a naked sexy lady.
Face is kind of weird on that one.
Well, it's the 20s.
Yeah, I know, but like her eyes are like all black and stuff.
Suggestions. It's all pencil crayon. Yeah, there's a lot of photos in here. Holy moly. Yeah, he gets into that pencil crayon look in his later years. Check that out.
Nice.
Bird. All in pencil crayon. Anyways, yeah, I found this at the used bookstore. It was like, was it $10? It was $10.
Oh,
I'm sad that there's no cover though, because I feel like the cover would have been awesome.
Robin, you seem super knowledgeable on historical artists. Would you be able to help me find the artist who did this one piece I can't figure out?
I can try.
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to try.
Yeah, I wish my knowledge of
I don't think we should say crossing his arms like a disappointed mother. I think we should just say he's like Godzilla is not impressed, and then you show that he looks like a disappointed mother.
Well, but that's what the full suggestion was that he was crossing his arms like a disappointed mother.
But I don't think we should say it. I think show it.
But that was copy and pasted. Or you just say Godzilla is disappointed?
Yeah. He's not impressed. Say it like a mother.
Is not impressed.
And then I think you've got his look down. Like the crossed arms is perfect. And yeah, look at the Puma's face. The Puma knows he's in shit. Okay, fine. Put in brackets like a disappointed mother then.
No, I can do that. Like a disappointed mother. Okay, where were we? Yes.
I am disappointed.
I am disappointed.
How can I see this picture? Aston Alexander Martin. Amber, do you have any idea how he could show it to me?
Yeah, if he could post a link, and I have it so that links can be posted. I am become disappointed becomer of mother. Let's see. Let's do.
All your base belong to us.
Let's do the arms.
Cat TV is a good idea. It's quite soothing.
Gotta get off of my phone. Okay. See, and then we'll have pause. Pause.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Does it? I don't know. It's always hard to tell because, you know, I'm drawing it so quickly. Yeah, let's see.
Should Godzilla drag them off by one of their ears?
I don't know. Would that hurt?
Well, yeah, but that's what a mother would do if she was not impressed.
I don't know. Godzilla is like a disappointed mother, not an actual disappointed mother. And so let's see. We got to add the.
So will he fight Godzilla or not?
I don't know. It's up to people watching. We're
Drinking
still
a
here,
lot.
but we are drinking a lot.
What are
Good.
you
Good for you
drinking?
guys. If I know them, probably vodka with some coffee beans in it and ice.
I don't like coffee, but I guess that's good if you like coffee. Probably delicious.
If you're not a coffee fan, then it's probably not for you. But I had it with them and I quite enjoyed it. In fact, I had a few of them and I got a little sloppy. But that was fun. You know, it's okay. I was on vacation.
So if you do like coffee, it's great.
Yes. Let's see. And we're just going to... Let's see. Godzilla has like little spikies, right? I mean, I know Godzilla has like these spikies going down the back. But yeah. Battery on charger. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I went to the gym and my phone was at like 10% and it gave me just enough of a charge for the workout. I was at the gym watching Earth Space show earlier, watching Chuck do his show. And so, I was like, you know, sitting there pedaling on the bike and watching the show. Battery saver is your friend, yeah. But I mean, I wasn't like being very good with it.
Wait, I heard my name.
Yeah, that's because I was watching you at the gym earlier when you were doing your show. So that's about the extent of what I was saying.
That's a busy Saturday.
Yeah, and then let's see, what else did I do today? I took a nap.
Mm-hmm.
I am a firm believer in naps.
Especially on Saturdays, man. Saturdays are great for naps.
Well, I was... after this, I'll probably take a break and then work on Captain T pages because I was up all night. I couldn't get to sleep. And then this morning, I finally fell asleep at like 5 a.m. And so Ian's like, if you're up all night, just draw. And I was like, well, I wanted to make sure I was, you know, fresh for you to be able to take her and stuff. And he's like, no, you know, just be on artist schedule if that's what's going on right now. And so it's like, okay, that's what's going on right now. Let's see. I'm become nap intermediate between sleep. Yes. Chris and Tina are talking up a storm and I can't hear you very well, but I love your drawing. Oh, thank you. Yes, it is. He is a god being. He is ascended to God now. He is ascended to a new form of life, because they got in a fight and joined, and chaos ensued. That's what happened last.
Amalgamation occurred.
Yes. Let's see, and then we'll have like
broken down government buildings,
and then I will put on its own layer rubble.
So much rubble.
And then I'm going to delete it so that it's in the background. See? Oh, I love technology. Look at that. It's like I planned it that way. You know, considering I'm doing like really super fast, quick art.
Clean it on up.
Let's see. I still have to do Otis's coloring too. And Godzilla. Godzilla's just not having it. Yeah, because, you know, I guess Godzilla is an equal opportunity destroyer. You know, it doesn't care if it's owned by the government or it's someone's house. They're just going to destroy it.
There's that, but maybe he's also gatekeeping and he's just like, you're a newly formed god. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Get the hell out of here.
Well, it's interesting. It's interesting because Godzilla will destroy Tokyo, right? But any other creature that's going to destroy Tokyo, and Godzilla's like, no, I get to destroy Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. So
it's like a sibling syndrome, right? You can't make fun of my sister. Only I can make fun of my sister.
Only I can make fun of my sister. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Let's do this, and then. Yeah. See, it's like I totally planned it that way. Let's turn off the red, and then I will go back to this layer, and we're gonna do an Otis.
Spritz.
Yep. Otis is a little spritz. But you know which one's Otis. Let's see. Blip art. Let's see. Okay. And then I gotta do that for Philo. Alright. There we go. So Godzilla is not impressed, like a disappointed mother. Then what happens?
I feel like Godzilla should be wearing high tops.
High tops?
I don't know why. That's what I feel like. Maybe he's not really Godzilla. Maybe he's like Godzilla's younger nephew.
Now, okay, Godzilla's gender is not fully known. While often referred to as a he, there have been Godzilla movies where Godzilla's tended eggs. So is it that the male in Godzilla's species tends to the eggs, much like the male? Well, I was thinking of the seahorse, where the male actually gives birth, right? Mm-hmm. Is it like that, or is Godzilla a girl? I don't know. I'm just saying. Point out there.
Girls can wear high top sneakers too.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So there's panel 4. Now we got to do panel 5. All right. So what happens next?
I don't know. I'm getting very tired.
Well, we only have 15 minutes. You can hold out for 15 minutes for me.
Yes, I can.
Yes, you can. So what happens next? Let's see. Okay, so Godzilla is very disappointed. Then what happens? I got a bunch of people watching right now. I got 3 people watching. That's a bunch in my book.
Is he gonna like whip out some like monster union rules or something that they're not obeying? A clipboard.
I don't know. Like you know, is it the territorial? You can't destroy what I and
Yeah, like we were
you
saying
know,
before.
fated to destroy.
Yeah. It's my
Is it
Tokyo.
like a
Get out of
territorial
my
thing? Yeah.
Tokyo.
It's my Tokyo. So does that mean that Philo lives in Tokyo?
I don't.
If Godzilla just shows up?
Yeah. I don't know. What are Godzilla's skills? Can he teleport to other countries? Maybe he
I don't
can.
know. Godzilla tries to talk sense
Any
into Philo.
Godzilla aficionados out there?
I don't know. Let's see. Godzilla gets the Sen of God's attention.
Maybe draw some apes because then Planet of the Apes shows up.
Well, that just seems like a yes and situation.
Okay.
But
No problem.
which isn't bad in improv, you know, because you just keep adding on to it. But remember, we're doing comics. So we always have to circle back. And so circling back, we have pasta, which the puma ate when Buddha
ate all the pasta.
became the puma. But for whatever reason, I realized I gave the Senegod Bluto legs, even though it's puma head.
That's okay. It still has the heart of Bluto.
Yeah, I suppose Bluto is part of it. Yes, and so
it's a total amalgamation of all the people involved in the situation.
Yes,
because you even included the dog, and the dog actually slinked off beforehand.
Well, you know, was trying to slink off, but was still in the room and got caught up in the chaos, and then the chaos created the new life form that is the Son of God that became huge and apparently hates the government. Does this mean that the Son of God is libertarian? I don't know. You know?
Yes, it does.
Yes, libertarian.
Absolutely.
Okay. I kind of like your idea about union rules from Godzilla. You know, Godzilla whips out the union rules. Whips out the kaiju union rules. I imagine it would be like a whole kaiju union, right? It's like Teamsters. You don't.
There's many of them.
Well, you know, I imagine it's like Teamsters in the fact that there's a specific job that they're doing, right? And so Teamsters, you know, they move stuff around, and it started out because they would handle teams of oxen to move stuff, and that's where the union started way back when. And so, are you falling asleep on me?
Almost. I am. You're talking about Teamsters and unions.
I'm sorry, I'm being boring.
No. Any normal time I would be interested in, but like, I've been up since what was it? 7:30. I've been up since 7:30.
You know what? I gotta look up a picture of Godzilla so I can draw.
Yeah, he's usually much more fierce, but I like how you drew him, so I didn't want to say anything.
Let's see.
I like him looking the way he's kind of cute right now. He's like cute little. That's why I'm like, you should put him in high tops. He's a cute little Godzilla.
He's just an adorable little Godzilla.
Yeah. That's why I think he's like someone's nephew, right? He's trying to be all tough, but he's really just a young guy. A young Godzilla.
A young Godzilla.
Yeah.
A hip Godzilla. A happening Godzilla. Yeah.
Well, he's not that happening, and if he's all about the union rules.
But I sent it to you, Amber Robin. If you have a contact, I can send it to Public One. Yeah, okay. If you send it to my Instagram, I'll make sure Robin gets it and you know, has your information and stuff like that. And so yeah, because like I said, we're Instagram buddies. I get to see Aston Martin's art.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. And do this. We're gonna have the huge things. And they're like,
He's gotta have a clipboard or maybe a name tag.
Let's see. So you think I'm thinking like here, and then like here's Godzilla's hand.
Yeah, perfect.
Holding the giant clipboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then we got to do this. We got little Godzilla eyes. Okay. Yeah, this is probably going to be the last panel for tonight. Because I keep losing Robin.
No, I'm still here. I only started nodding off that one moment. I'm trying to think of what rule they would have disobeyed.
You have to be an equal opportunity destroyer, I think.
Oh, you want to do that one? Okay, that's a good one.
I don't know. I'm just, coming up with stuff.
We're visitors here on this soil. Don't go around destroying the government. They might come after us. They might treat us like giant monsters that deserve to be killed. And then film movies about our death, like snuff films.
Yeah, my unpopular opinion is that when you benefit from a society, you should pay back into that society. And so that means taxes, that means going to jury duty, that means, doing your due diligence as like a human being in a society. It's like, oh, I got clean water and, free education and all this stuff. I should probably pay my taxes.
Yeah, pass that on.
Yeah, anyway, that, like I said, that's my unpopular opinion. Yeah.
Those are good fingers for a Godzilla monster.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Godzilla's just going to be very kind of simply drawn here. Yeah, I'm sorry to keep you awake.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, and Godzilla has so many spikes. All these spikes. Spikes on the arms.
Maybe that's his actual name. He's like Spike Godzilla. Spike
Godzilla. Well, it's interesting because you said that you've never really watched the Toho films.
No.
They're fun. They're not really to be taken that seriously.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them. If I, through
it's like Power.
Theater.
Yeah, it's like Power Rangers. It's the same plot every movie, basically. But
I have watched some Power Rangers.
There's charm to it. And
did you know that I learned recently that Bryan Cranston did the voice of a lot of the villains in Power Rangers?
Bryan Cranston only played one villain in Power Rangers.
Oh, one? Okay.
Yeah, he was only in one episode.
Okay.
Yeah. But he did have his start there. And then he also was on Days of Our Lives.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. He went through the paces. He was also, don't forget, the pervy dentist on Seinfeld.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the dentist that would gas you up and then do stuff to your body. And Jerry didn't know what the hell was going on because he was under the gas, right? Yeah, that was Bryan Cranston. Let's see, there are so many different Godzilla designs from the suit eras. They all have their own artistic language. The ones from the 70s were both able to be for kids and be about unique topics. And even if it was monster fighting, it's a very versatile series. Yes, definitely. Yeah. I find that much like Mystery Science Theater 3000, Godzilla movies are best watched with a group of people who are willing to make fun of the movie and have a good time and just kind of watch what's going on. I used to hate Malcolm in the Middle, but I love Breaking Bad. I loved Malcolm in the Middle. I thought it was very well written.
The thing about Malcolm in the Middle for me is that it was the first time I watched a family that seemed remotely like mine.
Yeah.
Because the mother would lose her shit all the time.
Yeah.
And everybody would just kind of forget about it. And then the father would be a total bumbling idiot, and sometimes he'd be the cause of the problem, but the kids would get the blame.
Yeah.
I it was the first time I ever saw that on TV where I was like, oh my God, this is a little like my family.
I had that experience with the Connors in Roseanne. right? And I'm like, that.
Yeah, no, my family wasn't like
and
that
I'm
at
like,
all.
my family is like this family, and like other families are like Full House and stuff like that. And then, of course, Malcolm in the Middle, I was a little older watching that. And then I was like, oh, yeah, this is like our family, too. Not enough money. You know, everyone's a little smart and talented, but you can't do anything with it. Let's see. Okay, so Godzilla whips out the Kaiju Union rules. What are the Kaiju Union rules?
Awesome face. That's an awesome Godzilla face.
What are the Kaiju Union rules?
How many men are piloting this outfit?
Because
you know Godzilla's always like 2 or 3 guys in a suit, or 1 guy in a suit.
Let's see. Only one. Oh, I should probably not capitalize it. Only 1 brain per kaiju.
That's good.
We'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Right. And then just to make sure I have total control over it, this one's getting merged with layer below. Oh, I love freaking like computers. They're amazing. You can do amazing things with computers.
That works. Yeah. I like it. 1 brain per kaiju. That's perfect.
Yeah. I have to take that away though because of his finger, but only 1 blank in, only 1 per kaiju. So, yeah. So he points out the union rules. No new monsters on Tuesdays. It's only a small planet, so the kaiju need to respect each other's stomping's rights. Yeah, I suppose that's true. I'm gonna let off there for right now. We had a good run today, so just kind of going off of where we started from. Let me find my mouse, and we will turn this off. So that goes here. Boop. So panel 1, they become a single 1 being. And then they become the kaiju sent to God, where they break out of the apartment building. And, I used my debris brush, so I didn't have to draw in debris. And then they destroyed specifically the government-funded building. So there they are, kind of rampaging through the town. And then Godzilla's not impressed like a disappointed mother. So there's Godzilla not being impressed like a disappointed mother. And then the final panel is Godzilla whips out the Kaiju Union rules. So this is where we're going to pick up next week. And thank you everyone for joining us today.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Aston Martin. And Robin for co-hosting. And Archimedes for hanging out and being a cat. And we're gonna we'll be back next week. Same time, same channel,
same dot station.
Yep. Yeah. Let me put up the design stuff, and I'll see you guys in the future. Have a great one.